I'm Marin, and this is Post-its and Pens. Hello and welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Marin, and here you will find a little beauty, a little books, and a little teaching content. So if that sounds like something you might enjoy, I would love for you to subscribe and stick around and join me in my little corner of YouTube. Today's video is going to be my Project Pan update for the second quarter of the year, so months April through June. So let's go ahead and get into the video. So if you are not familiar with my project pan for this year, I am doing a rolling 10 pan project for 2022 with quarterly updates. This is because I personally don't see a ton of progress on items when I am like doing monthly updates. So the quarterly updates kind of give me a better idea of how much I've actually used, and I feel a little bit more accomplished. Also, it's less for me to film, so you know, that's part of it too. If you are curious about my intro to my project pan, I will link it up above. I will also link the first quarter update down in the description box if you would like to check those out. But basically, I have been working on 10 items, and I do have some empties this time to share, which is very exciting. So basically, we're just gonna run through them. I have them in a list down here. I'm gonna show you pictures over here of progress because that's easier, and yeah. Let's just go ahead and get started. So the first item I'm going to talk about is this Golde Clean Greens Purifying Face Mask. It looks like this. I have had a very hard time like wanting to use this. So I have only used this a total of 6 times in 2022. Like, it's July 1st. That's not very good. And the last time I went to use this, what I noticed is that the product is like literally like stuck together in here. I have to do like a lot of scraping to get like the mask powder up, and it has a very unfortunate smell, and I just don't like it. So I have decided that I am just going to declutter this. I think the fact that it's like stuck together in here shows that it's no longer good. I did keep that little packet to like help with like moisture, but yeah, I'm just not a fan. This was a very bad purchase, and I'm not going to continue to put myself through the struggle of attempting to use this because, as you can see, I only had like 2 marks on it, and the progress is just negligible. So it is like slightly below the red mark here. I just don't like this, y'all, and I am not going to continue to punish myself and try to use this. So I am going to be removing this from the project. We will talk about the item I'm going to put in and its place at the end of this video, but it's just time to say goodbye to this. I don't like it. This was a bad purchase. Live and learn. Okay, the next item is another empty, and it is this ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Mr. Bang. Now, it looks like this. I did use it a total of 45 times. When I went to use it yesterday, actually, so June 30th, I went to twist it out, and the product literally fell out. So there was so little left in there that it just disappeared. So I'm gonna go ahead and put like the progress picture here from the beginning. I think I did it May 1st, but it's gone. So 45 uses, an empty, hooray hurrah, we're done. And the third empty that I have is this Shiseido Minimalist Whipped Blush in the shade Setsuko 07, I believe. Yep. I have already like put something else in this, so I'm not going to like open it up and show you, but it took 45 uses to finish this blush, and I completed it on April 25th. So this has been an empty for a while. I have put a new like something else inside of it, which we'll talk about in just a moment. But yeah, this one's done. Another empty. I'm like really pleased. That's 3 empties. Well, 1 that's not really empty, and then 2 that are actually empty. So pretty darn good. Okay, the next item we're going to talk about is this Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. It looks like this. I'm going to put the picture from the beginning of June right here for you so you can see where it was. I was able to use this one 6 times in the last quarter. So from April to June. That's not very much, but y'all, we're looking pretty darn good. So my goal on this was just to clear out from the middle over to the side, and if you look at the current picture, I'm nearly there. So I just have the tiniest bit there at the top, so I feel like within the next few uses this will be done, and I'm going to move this out of the project. My goal was not to finish this year. This was just to get some actual usage on it because it was kind of just sitting there and I was forgetting about it. But this is very, very good for very natural makeup, like when I'm just gonna run some errands and I don't want a ton of makeup on. This does a good enough job of brightening my under eyes, hiding the dark circles a little bit so that I feel a little bit more put together. So that's when I use this. That's why I didn't use it very often, because typically I was wearing full makeup and actual concealer. But I really like this and I'm very, very pleased that I've almost met my goal on it. So yeah, again, that's where we're at. And I'm thinking 2 or 3 more uses will do it. So yay for that. Okay, the next item is my Benefit Highbrow Highlighting Pencil. So I will put the progress right here. You can see I've made some pretty good use on it, and I only used it 6 times in the last quarter. So I do have to sharpen this quite often, particularly to get the fine point, because I like to use it on my inner corner, sometimes in my waterline. So I don't want it super dull, but this is what we're looking like. And yeah, we're getting there. I do feel like this one's gonna take a bit to actually use all the way up, but I don't know how far down the lead goes. So we could run into the problem where I sharpen it and the lead just falls out. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna set a goal to use this 5 times in the month of July. And when we come back and do my 3rd quarter update, I will let you know if I actually reached that. So 5 times in July, 5 times in August, 5 times in September. 15 uses. We'll see. We'll see how I do. Okay, now let's talk about another one that's kind of stalled out. It is this Fresh Sugar perfume. I have been marking it on the back. You can see it is a little bit below that red line, but not enough where I can mark it. So I'm not doing too terribly well with this. I have used this perfume 10 times in the 2nd quarter of the year. Again, I'm gonna set a usage goal 5 times each month. I feel like that's completely doable. I am trying to use up a little mini of a perfume right now, so that's part of why I haven't necessarily reached for this, but I feel like 5 times for the next 3 months is completely doable, and hopefully I can see some good progress on it. So we'll see. Okay, the next item is this Tarte lipstick in the shade Salt Life. Here's the progress picture. I am doing really well on this. Now I am using this mostly as a cream blush. So I take it, I put it on my hand, I take my blush brush and then I just pat it on. So I'm using quite a bit of this, quite a bit more than I would be if I was wearing it on my lips. This is old though, so I don't really want it on my lips. Makes me a little nervous, but here's where we are. So we're getting there, and I feel like, again, this could potentially be something that is done within the next couple of months if I can use it fairly regularly. So just like with the other items I've talked about, we're gonna set a goal for 5 times in July, August, September, and see if we can't get this used up. So stay tuned for the next update and we'll find out if I managed it. Okay, another one that is doing pretty well in terms of its usage is this Urban Decay 24/7 lip liner in the shade Interrogate. Here's the picture, the progress. Here's what we're looking like. So you know, we're getting there. This is another one that I feel like eventually I'm gonna hit that point where it's not able to be sharpened anymore because the pencil is just gonna fall out. So we'll see. I did use this lip pencil 9 times in the last quarter of the year. Not a ton. It's not my favorite. I've also learned that the color is not like super flattering on me. So again, live and learn, but we're getting there. And I'm hoping that again, with the usage goal of 5 times each month, this will be gone in the next update. Okay, now let's talk about the bane of my existence. It is this Laneige Lip Glowy Balm. So I have cut it open. The reason I did that is because I could not tell how much was actually in here, and y'all, there was a ton. So I was marking it, but that was not accurate. When I cut this open and actually took all of the product out, there is so much of this left. Like, I feel like I'm going to be stuck with this forever. So I did use this lip gloss 9 times in the last quarter, and I finally just decanted it into this blush container. So here's where we are, y'all. There's so much in here. I have no idea how long this is gonna take me to use up. It's sticky. I don't love it, but I'm going to do my best to actually use it up. So we'll see. But yeah, it's in here now, and I'm just gonna set it in my bathroom so that it reminds me to put it on every morning. So we'll see. We'll see. Stay tuned. This may be with me for the remainder of this year. Let's hope that's not the case though, y'all. I'm really tired of this. Okay, now we're gonna get into the items that I added in April. The first one was this IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. Now, I went ahead and I squeezed all the product out of here and I put it into this container right here. This concealer is so thick. Like, do you see how that is not even running at all? It's so thick. And you need just the tiniest bit of it to do your full face. I'm wearing it today as a foundation. I put like little dots. It's so thick. So I did use this concealer 9 times in the second quarter of the year. My goal is to have this done by the end of this quarter, so by the end of September. And I do think that's doable. So I'm just going to use this as like my go-to foundation for the next while and hopefully get it used up. So that's that. This may be with us for a while longer, but hopefully not. Okay, the next item that I had added in April was a Benefit blush. It's from my Blush Bar palette. It is the shade Dandelion. Here's what it looked like at the beginning of June. And now here's what it looks like at the beginning of July. So I have gotten some really nice usage out of it. I will show you in the palette. It is obviously this shade down here. So we're looking pretty good. It's got some really nice pan. I definitely think I can use that shade up by the end of the year. That's the goal. I'm gonna set a usage goal again, 5 times for each of the next 3 months. And we will see how we do it. I have used it 11 times in the second quarter. So yeah, it's a very pretty shade. I have it on today, just a very light pink shade. Nothing like super special. It's just pretty. So hopefully we can continue on at the same pace and get it done by the end of the year. That would be fun. And the last item that I had added in April was this Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer. Here's what it looked like at the beginning of June, and here's what it's looking like now. So we are definitely making some really nice progress. I did use this 54 times in the second quarter. This is a very easy product for me to remember to use because it is what I use to conceal any blemishes or like dark spots that my foundation or my base misses. So Yeah, I don't feel like this is going to be too terribly difficult to like finish all the way, but you just need the tiniest bit. So we'll see. It could still take me, you know, several months to get through that remainder along the edges, but we're getting there and I'm very happy with the progress. Now, with those 3 items removed from the project, I currently have 9 items in my project, which means I need to add in a 10th one since this is rolling 10 pan. So let's talk about the new item to my project. So after having a look around at all of the items in my makeup collection, the one I decided to go with is a setting spray. It is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better setting spray. It looks like this, and I have gone ahead and marked where we are. So I held a flashlight up to it, and that's how much is in here. I am trying to remember to use this each day. Now I put this on before makeup. So I spray it, I kind of pat it in, and then I go in with a primer. And, you know, whether that works or not, I don't know. This is supposed to give you 16 hours of wear. Maybe it does, I don't know. But this is currently the only setting spray that I have in my collection. It's not a favorite, so we're just going to work on using this one up. So again, my goal, 5 times for the next 3 months. I will be marking it each month so we can see what the progress is, but I'm hopeful that I can actually have this used up by the end of September. That's kind of the goal. I haven't had it for a super long time, but long enough where it's time to make sure I'm actually using it, you know. So that is going to be the 10th item in my project, and hopefully we will have some more empties at my next update. So let me kind of look through things. So I do feel like this concealer could be done by the end of September. Like, that's definitely doable. I feel like this Tarte lipstick could be done, and I feel like both of these pencils could be done depending on like where the lead is in them. So we'll see. This would be great if I could finish all 4 of these. We'll see. We'll see how I do. Anyway, that is my second quarter project pan update for 2022. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you would like to see more from me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.